Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV here at the Precious Metal Summit Conference in Zurich. And now it's my honor and pleasure to talk to Zeff Reeves from Tesoro Gold. Zeff, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, perfect. How's the show so far?
Yeah, it's been great. Very positive response. Lots
Good.
of meetings. So, yeah, very successful so far.
Fantastic. Super. Glad to hear that. You are doing gold exploration or gold development in Chile. So that's a little bit unusual to me because we are used Chile for copper, of course. Yeah, largest copper producer in the world. So what makes you so special with the gold? What you are exploring for? Is it geology? Is it the system? What is it?
Yeah, look, Tesoro's quite unique in the fact that we've discovered the first ever intrusive related gold system that's been described in Chile. So for people that are interested in geology, the biggest intrusive related gold system province in the world is the Tintina province in North America. So this style of mineralisation that we've discovered is very similar to what's in Tintina. And we've got 1.3 million ounce deposit, which is expanding with more drilling as we go, but multiple targets. And if anyone ever sees a map of the Tintina province, you never have one deposit. They're always in clusters. And we're starting to see that pattern emerge out of our concession holdings now in Chile.
Okay, super. I think your main focus is now on Ternera.
Yes,
right?
Ternera,
No,
that's
not
right.
Terronera, that's Endeavour Silver, Ternera. And I saw you have also a scoping study on that with, to me, very favorable numbers like AIC, IRR, etc. Can you elaborate a bit on that?
Yeah, look, we did a scoping study on the existing resource, and we really wanted to just demonstrate a couple of things. One is to show the cost of actually mining a gold deposit in this location, which, by the way, is probably one of the best locations you'd ever want to have for building a gold mine. We're located on the coast. We have access to power. We have access to water. There's a port 50 kilometres away. So this is a fantastic location for building a mine. So what we did with the scoping study was demonstrate that we could produce gold at nearly $1,000 US an ounce, all in sustaining costs, very modest capex.
How much is it?
About 135 million US.
That's not that much.
And it's for a 2.5 million tonne per annum throughput plant. Now, the important thing with this scoping study was that it only actually mines half of our existing resource. So really the focus for us now is to grow the resource a little bigger, be able to get more ounces into a production schedule for an initial 8 to 10 year mine life. And we're targeting, 125 to 130,000 ounce per annum size mine. And then we'll get an updated scoping study out off the back of those new numbers as we grow this resource, which we're drilling right now.
Okay, super. So when do you think from here, because the numbers are favorable, but what could be, let's say, a production start target for you? Just giving your experience, we cannot nail you on the date, that's for sure. But what do you think, like 2-3 years from here?
Yeah, we'd be looking at 3 to 4 years with the permitting process in Chile. It's quite prescriptive, but everything's achievable there. There's lots of projects getting permitted in Chile, and we're in a very mining-friendly jurisdiction in that part of Chile that the project is. So by the time we get through the permitting process and feasibility, we'll be looking at sort of 3.5 to 4 years for first production.
Okay, super. You said the water issue is also solved, right? Because that was something Chile really had.
Yeah, so Chile, it's always a battle for water in Chile. So if you go to the high Andes, impossible. And you can't take groundwater. This project's located 13 kilometres from the coast. There's a company 20 kilometres away that has an existing desalination plant, CAP, they're called. We've signed an MOU with CAP to access their desalination plant, and they're working with us to design a pipeline. And they also have a high voltage power supply to that desalination plant, which has capacity, and we're talking to them about taking power out of that line as well. So we have everything we need at low altitude, can work all year round, no restrictions at all to build a mine.
Well, that's fantastic. Sounds like a good plan. Super. Where do you see, let's say, the exploration potential? Because it's not only that one project. You have a lot around, a lot of ground also. How does that look like?
Yeah, look, it looks really promising. The more work we do, the more optimistic our team is getting, and I'm getting, that there's other discoveries on our properties. As I mentioned, these types of deposits tend to cluster. And it's probably just worth mentioning that we have our major shareholder, Goldfields, one of the world's largest gold producers, and they've taken a major investment in the company. And
how much have they now?
They hold about 17.5% of the issued capital of the company. And I think they're really there for, they're optimistic about the project like we are. They see Tenera, the current resource, continuing to grow, and they see high potential for additional discoveries on the property. And the more work we do, where we see these rocks, we see a lot of gold at surface, and our team's working away to define those drill targets, which we hope to drill probably early next year as well.
Okay, super. So that could be all much, much larger in that sense.
Oh, absolutely. Look, this is the problems that we battle with El Zorro is how big is it going to be? Not is it big enough? We really don't know how big it's going to be. So I talked to the guys doing the mining engineering. Can we put the tailings dam here? And the geos say, no, there's too much gold over there. We got to go and drill it first. So they're the sorts of problems that we battle with.
I would say it's a luxury problem.
Yeah. Good problem to have.
Yeah, absolutely. That's for sure. You said Goldfields is one of the major shareholders. Who else is in the registry?
Yeah, we have a good contingent of institutional investors on our register, around 30 to 35%. Board and management hold about 7%, so we're all well invested as well. So between that, we've got a very good, strong share registry, which puts us in good stead going forward.
Absolutely. That's also good to raise capital. By the way, what is cash in the bank? Are you financed for next year?
Yeah, so we've got 6 million Australian dollars in the bank at the moment. So we're funded for this phase of drilling that we're doing now, which will achieve that updated resource, which we hope to get out in the first quarter next year. Off the back of that updated resource, we'd supply some new mining metrics with an updated scoping study, and we're hopeful that that'll provide the impetus to take the project through to feasibility next year.
Wow, for next year feasibility start already, or
to start
to
next
bring
year.
it.
To start feasibility in the first half of next year,
and then for 2026,
you
bring it out.
At the beginning of 2026. Super. Yeah, so
okay.
All contingent on access to capital and all the other things that our companies deal with, but you can say the foot's firmly down on the accelerator, and we're very encouraged by what we see there. And the more work we do, the more we find. So we're in a good place.
Fantastic, super, and gold on the path to 3,000.
Absolutely,
so well, that's not too bad.
That certainly helps. Yes,
super, fantastic. Thank you very much for that. We wish you well. And I would say move it forward, because this world needs more gold mines.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Sure.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Pleasure. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there was Zeff Reeves here from Tesoro Gold, CEO. And you heard it. The things are really moving here. They have a great scoping study already out. And I would say below $1,100 AISC, that is fantastic. Only $131 million around is the capex. That is not really that much. And as he alluded to, this is a very special geological structure, also very favorite for gold. So something really new, something really nice. And I must say, you should check out the company. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.